Kendrick Johson with Mason LaPlante, senior shortstop for the Allen Eagles, for a Fast Forward Rewind guest this week. Give some insight to y'all season this year, man. It's been like y'all came in as the hunted and y'all stayed on top the whole year.
Yeah, yes, sir. So, obviously coming off the district championship last year, you have a target on your back, and being at Allen, I mean, that's the same in every sport. Everywhere you go, there's a target on your back. Everybody wants to beat Allen. We established a culture last year, and tradition doesn't graduate. We graduated a lot of guys last year, ready to rock and roll. We're at the beginning of the year this year. We were trying to figure out what kind of team we were. We found out really early, however. This year, it's a lot of new faces, not a lot of experience, but a lot of guys that know how to play the game the right way.
How much confidence do you have going to the playoffs? The fact that y'all went to that gauntlet that's District 66A, where you see a little everything and anybody literally can be beaten on any given day.
Yeah, so it was a tough district for us this year. We played in a lot of close games, which I think is going to help us in playoffs as well. Plano, Geyer was really good this year. Boyd and West, I mean, they were all very good teams, very solid teams. And we were called kind of the cliche team that, our game was, defense and pitching wins, timely hitting wins, and that's what we are, I think.
Does it bother y'all the fact that some people, I've heard a couple people that see y'all play this like, man, I don't know how they do it. All they do is win.
That's right. Yes, sir. We find a way somehow. I mean, we talk about competing every pitch, competing every game. If you're able to win innings, then you're going to win some games, and that's what we've done.
How do you see you have a lot of young players on y'all roster? How do y'all portray what it takes to win in the playoffs? The guys that went last year and went on that run. How do y'all help the youngsters that we had a good season, right, but it don't mean nothing if we don't do nothing for him? It's like it's real deal now.
Right. That's a good question. Luckily the younger guys we do have, again, they know how to play the game the right way, and we always talk about if you play the game the right way, it's going to reward you. And it's just competing. The label on the game is going to be a playoff game, but we approach every game the same way. We approach practice the same way we approach games, so that nothing's a surprise for us.
Give some insight to how the impact Coach Coe has on this program.
Yeah, he's the captain of the ship. He's driving the bus. We would do anything for that guy. He means the world to us. We look forward to playing for him every game. We want to win for him every game.
Yeah, and with you being a senior, do y'all feel any extra pressure with I won't call it the elephant in the room, the fact that what's been accomplished for this class in this school this year? Is there any extra pressure? The fact that if y'all get it done, y'all make history in 6-6A, or just something like everybody supporting y'all and y'all just kind of tune that out, because that's kind of like something that you don't usually sign up for. It's like it's very rare.
Yeah. So one of my favorite quotes by Garrido is "Pressure is a choice." And I think that's the approach that we've had this year. Obviously, with basketball and football winning state this year, it's people want to say, okay, can Allen pull off the trifecta? I mean, we're going to do everything we can, but I think if we look at external pressures, then that'll be the downfall of us. So we're just going to keep doing what we do.
How much is that talked about in A country?
Oh, that's every day. Every class I go to, it's pretty much, hey, how's the team looking? You think y'all got a chance to pull off the trifecta? And you just smile at those people. Gonna just approach the game the way we know how to.
Do you think people that see y'all play, they don't get blown away? Like y'all don't have no Ditzenberger or Cole Maxwell that can bring it, but y'all got guys that get a lot of outs. You think people, in a weird way, for y'all to have the record y'all have, they underestimate y'all? And that's kind of weird to say with what y'all accomplished.
Yes.
But for y'all to accomplish what y'all accomplished, nobody's like, they don't give y'all the same look they give the football team.
Right. That's something we were talking about the other day. Is we don't really have any 4-star, 5-star guys if you compare it to football. But again, baseball's a weird game. You string together a couple of good at-bats in an inning, and if you play solid defense and if you got guys that compete on the mound and throw strikes, you got a chance.
How does it feel the fact that y'all getting that same support that the other teams got, which y'all about to make on this run? That everybody's like full behind y'all as if it's football season.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully I think we're going to have a good crowd out tomorrow when we play Nelson here. But that goes back to just the student body at Allen. There's an expectation to win, and that's the culture here. We're come out. We're going to compete.
What's been some of your biggest memories being a baseball player here at Allen and being in this program? And kind of like, not that y'all were struggling, but it's like y'all class in the last couple of years, y'all definitely got it back on to where y'all wanted to be at.
Right. So, my freshman and sophomore year, we kind of struggled, like you said. We had the talent to compete. I just think, I really don't know what happened those two first years. But last year, we set out to change the culture here, establish a program of excellence. And luckily, we were able to do that. And like I said earlier, tradition doesn't graduate, and it's been the key focus this year as well, maintaining that culture, maintaining that tradition. And guys are going to continue to do that long after we graduate as well.
Which I had so many guys that left from last year's team that helped y'all go far. What was the moment this year that you like, okay, I know we can be that team that I want us to be, versus like kind of like I hope you kind of like you knew?
Yeah. So
was it a game? Could have been a game. Was it a moment or a game?
It was actually a couple of games. We had a very tough, if you call it non-district schedule at the beginning of the year, playing Rockwall Heath, playing Rockwall, Coppell. All these teams are ranked, I think, in the top 5 in the area. And hanging around with those teams and beating some of them. That was when the light bulb went off, and it was okay. We have something brewing here that maybe we could take this a long ways.
How's it feel to be a leader and a captain on such a team, and kind of how big it is from a school as size of Allen? Like you can tell your kids about, hey, you're a captain and you're senior here.
It's an honor to wear the A every day. I look at it as it's a team of leaders. I think a team of leaders is able to compete at a high level. It takes a team of leaders to win district back-to-back years, and it's going to take a team of leaders to make a run in the playoffs. So, I feed off those guys feed off of me, and it's just a mutual relationship like that.
Do you feed off the fact that they look for you to get that offense started? It's kind of like, I heard a couple games like you kind of got a hit, and all of a sudden it's like they just followed your lead. Like you're more of a leader by example than more of a vocal guy.
I look at myself as a leader by example. I'm vocal when I have to be, but more so by example. In regards to getting the big hit, I've just been in the situation to do that the past couple of games. It could very well be Taj Bickham, getting a big hit. Like against Wiley, he was able to get on base, and then Sam Hagewood bunts him over, and then I'm able to hit him in. So again, it goes back to I'm not put in those situations unless my teammates do what they do as well.
Does it feel good the fact that y'all playing y'all best ball going towards? Because it seems like y'all got sharper as district went in, and some teams faded. Y'all got better, and what I mean by better is like y'all found ways to win, but it was always a different hero.
Right. Yeah. So we kind of hit a lull towards the kind of in the middle of the district. We took a step back and try to see or go back to what kind of team we are. I think we were playing outside of what we do. We were resorting back to the team that had success at the beginning of the year. We're a team that relies on speed, that relies on timely hitting, plays great defense, and we're always going to pound the zone.
You want to give a message to the Allen Eagle Nation, y'all fan base, the fact that they supporting y'all and give them a little love for coming out to all the games, because y'all games be pretty packed.
Right. Yeah. So we appreciate it. Every fan that comes out that's supporting us, we thank y'all. We expect to see y'all. Thursday night, 7:30, Byron Nelson at Allen. So thank you.
Where y'all confidence level at?
Oh, it's through the roof right now. Yeah.
That's it this week, coming from you from the A-Town, City of Champions, where they play like a champion. You walk through, you see it on the wall. Coming to you from Allen, Kendrick Johson for this week's Fast Word Rewind. Thanks, man.
Thank you.